Hey up, how do, and welcome to episode 2 today. Let me just get this pin started. Is it gonna pin? Is it gonna pin? Yes! Excellence is in the room! I'm learning to pin. There we go. I'm gonna bring Dale to the chat. Suspense, suspense. The suspense got me then. I was like,
Good
oh, what's going
evening.
on?
Good
How you doing,
afternoon.
brother? You good?
Uno momento. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I'm using the iPad for the first time. I didn't know you could do it.
Fair play, mate. Pop in the iPad Cherry. I like it. I also, because I'm getting used to like how to do this pin thing, right? Like pinning. It's the new thing. You know, I'm series 2 now. You know what I mean? It's series 2. I've got to be looking to grow what I'm doing. So I thought I'd try do the pin. It stitches you up. It just stitches me up. So like
Keep
before,
it
I
simple.
do. It's proper simple. It should be easy, and it's like it's not. So I didn't get to give the big like intro that I usually get to do. So, ladies and gentlemen, I am now speaking with Dale Castell. If anyone's used to my loose lips, what I do, I'm Ben Random. I look to catch up with people from all different walks of life to get them to share their story, to uplift, you know, what's going on throughout the time. And this gentleman right here, mate, you're an absolute trooper at the moment. The amount of spirits that you are raising is absolutely incredible. So, firstly, respect. You even with my hat hair, you're gonna get a tip of that. Like, you must be overwhelmed.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, it's been just crazy, absolutely crazy. It's yeah, like you say, it's overwhelming, really, because I never expected to reach out to so many people, not just people that I already knew that already had me on the profile, but just people all over the country and all over the world. And it's just been an absolute whirlwind, really. And I've loved every second of it. I mean, obviously it's dark times at the moment, and, you know, we've got to remember where we are. But from a positive spin, you know, honestly, it's been just an amazing experience. And long may it continue, really, because I'm going to still continue to do these streams, these DJ streams now and into the future as well, because I'm hooked. I love it. It's just ace.
How are you finding playing and like the surrounding of it? Because you're in your son's room, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm in Leo's. My son Leo is 5. Massive Transformers fan. loves Transformers. And I initially set up in there because I live in a flat. I live in a 2-bed apartment, and I'm short on space. And Leo's room, he doesn't use it very much. He's usually in here. I'll just set the decks up in his room, so I can have a bit of space. And the neighbours as well, that they've got next door, I've got a kid who's a little toddler. So I thought a little bit more of a bit of soundproofing. And so it was it was unintentional, really, but it's turned out to be this like fun factor that people seem to have really bought into, the fact that I'm in Leo's bedroom just making the best of what I've got here. And yeah, it's weird. Initially, when I first did it, the first stream that I did, I was really nervous, like more nervous than I've been before. I've played in front of thousands of people before, you know. And I remember thinking, why am I so nervous? I'm in my son's bedroom on my own, like I'm just, you know. And it was really weird. And even now I still get nervous, actually. Even 10, 12 streams in, I'm still nervous when I do it, because it's a strange thing to do, to DJ in front of all these people, but without being able to see them in front of you, you know. So yeah, DJing to a wall was the first, I must say. But
Are you finding that you're wanting to like be locked in with the mixing, or like seeing what people are messaging as well?
The mixing's gone out the window. Like, I cannot mix a cocktail on these streams. Like, it is not. These streams are not a good advertisement for my DJing ability, because and the worst thing about it is on these streams you've got nowhere to hide. Like normally, if you're in a club or a bar and you drop a dodgy mix, you can usually get away with it because everyone's either mullered or not really paying attention. But on these streams, they can hear everything, like literally everything. And it's got to the stage now where my mixing is that bad. I just joke about it. I just constantly joke, just saying, you know, that's not how to mix a tune. Did anyone hear that drum kit fall down the stairs? Or, you know, just little things like that. So the mixing, to me, you know, I'm not bothered. I mean, I'd rather get the interaction with the people more than the mixing, because that is what a stream for me is all about, really, getting that interaction from the people at home into where you are. And, you know, I'm sure some DJs may disagree massively, but that's just my opinion on the live stream thing, really.
I'm with you. I think that if you don't have that interaction, you might as well just be listening to a mix anyway. Do you know what I mean? With like an almost human screensaver.
I'll be honest. No, sorry, go on.
No, you go.
I'll be honest, I think from what I've seen on some of the streams, I mean, fair play to everyone that has a go at live streaming, because before you do it, you've got no idea what it entails. There's so many things that can go wrong. There's so many bits of kit you need.
How many YouTube tutorials did you do? Because I think I could get a degree in OBS.
I think I bought about 7,000 adapters on Amazon. I think I bought Jeff Bezos. What's his name? Jeff Bezos.
Jeff Bezos.
I think I bought him a new yacht in the period of trying to get the stream to work. So, you know, it's a difficult thing to do. It's not easy. But, you know, I find some of them a bit serious. I think they're a bit too serious. Sometimes I just feel like just have a bit of fun with it, you know, have a bit of a laugh and enjoy it, smile, have a dance, you know, and that's all I do. I just have a laugh. You're
right, mate, because it's a different paradigm. As much as it's DJing, it's not. You're in front of a camera as well, so there has to be that element of interaction. But do you think it's that we were from a blessed generation of like the lead scene of that time? So do you think that it adds to that familiarness that you have with people that are in, and then obviously as it's grown, people have got used to you being that, well, just yourself?
Yeah, I think just people like the personal. I think people have enjoyed the personal touch to the streams more so than anything else. On the first one I didn't have a mic. Well, I did have a mic, but I didn't have the right connector to turn it on. So that was another thing I bought. And so the first stream that I did, it was okay. It went all right. The numbers were okay, but the interaction wasn't there. And I thought, right, I think for the second one, I want to do some shout outs. I want to sort of connect with the people. And as enjoyable as the first one was, the second one after that, when I did eventually pick up the mic and get involved with everybody, it was just a completely different experience. I loved it so much, just talking to people, having a laugh, having bants with everybody, you know, shouting people, just asking everyone what they're up to, you know, where you're listening, where you're dancing, what you're having for your tea, who's having a barbecue, you know, what you're wearing, who's done their hair, you know, stuff, just random stuff that, you know, you just ask them anything really. And I think that's what people are bought into, really, sort of just that personal feel where they can come on and they think, I guess a lot of the people that have been watching the streams from the start are all really pally now on the stream, and it's become this sort of
community. Yeah,
like almost like a place where people come to sort of say hello to people, and especially people like me, like people self-isolating on their own. If they're, you know, if they're living on their own, it can be a boring time. It can be a, you know, lonely time. So a lot of people have been coming onto the streams and getting involved and chatting to people, and they've become friends now. And like you say, it's a community, and I think that's just what people have bought into with this, I think, really. So
there were a comment that came through from Sam85X who says 100% that's why loads tune in, because of the personal touch and interaction with Dale. It makes it so much more entertaining. Like, say, so when these comments are coming through, how do you find dealing with all like the comments coming through on stream while still keeping the tab of like getting on with what you're meant to be doing?
It's really difficult.
It's mad, isn't it?
To try and, I mean, there's thousands. I mean, I think after the stream's finished, it gives you a total of how many comments. And I think the most I've seen is like 25,000 at one point within a 3 hour stream. So you're looking at the iPad. So you've got the decks in front of you. You've got the webcam in the corner. So you're keeping an eye on that. You're looking to see if Facebook's going to take you down, because they're always warning you whether if they hear a track that they don't want you to play, they'll tell you they're going to take you down. So you're looking at that. And then I've got an iPad here where I'm looking at the comments, and then I'm trying to remember what everyone said, and then thinking about what I'm playing next. And it's quite stressful, but at the same time, it's really, really good. I love it. It's something that I've never done before, never even thought to do before, even in the whole time I've known about streaming, about Facebook. I never thought to do it for any of my previous events. I never thought to jump on and do it as a promotional thing. I never thought to do it. So yeah, well, it's all new, but yeah, as I say, I've fallen in love with it. It's ace. It's just a different animal from DJing in the club to doing this. It's a different world. But as I say, I'm going to continue to do it throughout lockdown and into the future as well. Somehow.
Do you think you could combine your actual sets, what you're playing live? So say if you're at Fiverr and you're playing, would you live stream that, or would you?
No, I think I'd do it.
Or would you keep them separate worlds?
I do it separately. What I want to do with these streams going forward is I want to continue to stream to these guys that can't go out, these guys that perhaps don't want to go out anymore, maybe the guys that just like to just sit at home and cook whilst they're listening, people that, it could appeal to so many different people. You could have people that could use it as a pre-party before they go out, if they're just getting ready to go out. And yeah, there's just a whole world of possibilities, really. And as I say, I'm going to continue to do it into the future, and I'm going to try and stick to similar. What I'm doing now is what I did from the start was I did it on a Friday and a Saturday, 5 o'clock till 8 o'clock every single week. So it became something that people look forward to, and I look forward to it. And that was the whole point of me doing it, really, because I used to DJ Friday, Saturday every week, and that was my routine. So I continued that with the streaming. So I had something to look forward to, something to work towards in the week for me to prepare for. And it's worked really well, because people are sort of coming, it's coming to Friday now, and people are saying, yeah, looking forward to your stream. Is it Funky House Fridays yet? Because that's what I call the Fridays. I call it Funky House Friday. So yeah, it's worked really well, and I want to continue it. I don't know how I'm going to do it once everything's, back open and whatnot. I don't know quite how I'm going to do it, but I'm definitely still going to do it. But then again, I don't know when we're going to be back out in the clubs. I mean,
well, this is it. This is another thing. It's like the way that you've tackled it. It really like puts into the dark just the situation of, as an earning DJ, what predicament you could have been in, and you've really like switched it the other way to grow more popularity, but still keep active, which I think is key. Like, that routine, that set of routine, getting used to still playing. And, if it was to be lifted, you'd still be match ready.
Yeah, well, I think it's just important to keep busy in these times. And I think for me, I just wanted to have something to look forward to, like, because I can imagine it being quite easy to fall into a sort of lull of just, a bit of, I can imagine it being quite easy to fall into a state of depression, if you're not keeping busy, you're not keeping active, especially for someone like me who's always being out and about and things like that. So I think, that's why I did it initially, to keep myself busy, really. It was literally, that's all it was. I literally did it. I thought, right, I'm not going to be able to play a gig now for the next God knows how long. What can I do to keep myself busy, keep myself sane, not expecting anything at all. I would have been happy with 50 people tuning in each week, would have been fine for me. But yeah, what came of that has far exceeded my expectations. a million times over, I have to say, yeah.
We had a comment through from, I don't know if you know if you can pronounce that, Firebra's Food. If I'm absolutely, that is not how you pronounce that, you can tell. It looks like, is it PH? Anyway, somebody's come through and says, do you play at Fiber? So are you still at Fiber? And is it the same? So is it the same music of what you're doing, like Funky House Friday at Fiber? That's what they were asking, if you play the same style of music.
Yeah, I think it's been, so for me, my streams have been pretty much the same as what I would normally play in one of my sets if I'm at Fiber or, you know, somewhere else where I'm DJing. It's just I've never, this whole thing has now opened up this music to a whole larger scale platform, in which I never expected. So I've always played the funky house, I've always DJed classics, which I play them at Fiber, yeah, that's right, but not on this scale, really. Not, I mean, what struck me is how much people have taken to the music, whether they knew the music or not, or whether they've been introduced to the classics or the funky house during these streams. But people have gone crazy for it. Not just, and it's not just people of my age, your age, and that sort of age. I've had young kids. I've got videos constantly being sent of like the kids dancing, loving it. I'm still loving it. People in the 60s, the 70s, videos of them guys dancing and loving it, and it's just, yeah, it's just amazing that this music is I think it's quite accessible to everybody. You know, it's quite it's a happy vibe, isn't it?
It's soul filling. It proper nourishes the soul, like, yeah. And that's another thing I wanted to sort of touch on is like when it came around in 2006 time, 2006, 2007. That's when I remember it properly kicking off. When, you know, we had the heyday and leads of Speed Queen, yeah. Fiber, Glass House. Obviously, Glass House were a bit naughtier, but you know. but like Speed Queen especially. But the music still lives on, and I wonder if that's it. I wonder if in this time it's the way that it's basically like gospel music with beautiful house, isn't it? So I wonder if it's something that's reaching and connecting with people a bit more.
I think you're right there. I think it is definitely the lyrics of the music is a lot of the tunes are very poignant in the current times. Like the biggest tune that I play, and I play it every single stream, and it's become what everyone calls the lockdown anthem, is All Right by Red Carpet.
Yeah.
If you listen to the lyrics of that, everything's going to be all right.
Yeah.
The sun's going to keep on shining, all that sort of stuff. So people have really bought into that. And what I've found is with the classics, with the old school stuff that I do on the Saturday, that is conjuring up memories of years gone by for the people that used to go out back in the day. And that's bringing an element of joy back to their lives, because they're stuck at home in the kitchen, but when I'm dropping a tune that they've not heard for 20 years, and it instantly takes them back to this to this time where they were happy and free and extremely
active,
having a good time.
It
transports them back to that period of the time of the life. And I think that again, that's another contribution which I think has made these streams so successful, really, because of that. I think just people just connected with the music more than I ever thought they would do, really. But
and then when did the charity element come into it? Because I think again, the substance of the music and then having the charity element as well, like they go hand in hand. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love the way that Funky House, I believe, right, could generally save the world. Like, you know, when you look back and you're like, my tunes, is it Barbara Tucker, Precious Love?
Ah, yeah, yes.
Like, you see, like, that is such a tune, bro. I'm telling
there's
you.
Loads of them.
It's just, but exactly, there's loads of them. But yeah, I just think it's such a feel-good area. But yeah, then to link it to a charity, you know, people obviously can find it hard in this time, be it on furlough or not earning, and yet people are still willing to donate.
Could not believe the the generosity of people, really. Like you say, it almost seems like not a great time to do charity at all, really, with people in such a, some people are in dire straits, so, you know, especially people in the hairdressers, beauty, DJs, there's loads of industries that have been hit hard. And you think to yourself, should we really be doing this right now when people are struggling? But people are so generous, and I set the charity thing up. My mum works at Overgate Hospice, which is the charity that I raised money for. And I did a charity. I raised a few £100 for them. Back in the last year, I shaved my hair, and that was fantastic. I thought, right, we can use this platform now to try and add to that money that I've raised previously. So I thought, right, well, and my mum phoned up and said, that's a great idea. Yeah, we can do it. So I waited and waited. I waited a few weeks until the numbers got higher and higher and higher. And then I announced this fundraiser. And Overgate Hospice, for those that don't know, is a small hospice in Halifax where people go to spend the final days. They're looked after by my mum and a group of nurses. They do a fantastic job, and they're purely charity based. They rely on charity shops for donations, stuff like that. So obviously no charity shops open right now. Anyway, so I waited and waited until the numbers were at the peak, and I set myself a target of £500. I didn't really, I'd have been happy with that. I'd have been like, yeah, that's fantastic. So I set this target of £500, and yeah, just in the 3-hour stream, everybody raised £9,800 in that session. And then I really wanted to, I got a bit greedy. I wanted to hit 10,000. So the next one, I said, come on, I'm going to continue this on. Let's keep it going. And in total, I think we're just short of 11 grand, which just wow. I mean, this is to everybody, because, you know, it's these guys that are donating. I just put the link up, and, you know, it's not, it's them, it's everybody's generosity and kindness that blew me away with it, really. Just never expected it at all. You know, in these times, £11,000. So yeah. And it just feels nice to be able to use this sort of platform to do good, really. You know, it's nice to give something back to charity. So yeah, I'm really happy about how that went.
Music really is the answer, isn't it? When you look at it,
yeah.
From what we've just spoke about, it's bringing people together, even though we're in isolation. It's raising charity awarenesses, even though people might not have the funds to do. It's making people feel as one, even though we're on. Like it's crazy, the power of music. Like when you began DJing, let's take it way back, way back. Let's go way back. When you began, what were the initial reasons for you looking? I agree, PK, music is the medicine, respect. What were the reasons that you wanted to look and start to begin your DJing path?
It was from, so I was in a band for 5 years.
You were in a band?
Yeah, drummer.
Serious? What sort of music?
Like Britpop, sort of indie.
No way.
So, you know, you got Oasis on the back.
See the boys in the back, yeah.
Yeah, we weren't no Oasis, I tell you that much.
I was listening to Verve Lucky Man before you came on. I'm still in that era, me. You were a drummer, that's sick.
I love all that music. And when I was in the sixth form, I started, we were in a band, and then that went on for about 5-6 years. We had a little bit of local success. We played in the Cavern Club in Liverpool twice, which was an amazing experience. My mum, especially for my mum, who's a big Beatles fan, she came along as a fangirl. But when the band split up, I just started getting into clubbing at the time, and one of my best friends, Ben Bottomley, he was DJing on the sort of Leeds circuit and Halifax circuit. And I really loved it. I started having a bit of a dabble in on the decks when I were at house parties and stuff. And then yeah, just went from there really, and
What music was it back
funky
then?
house, funky house. The
Always
same, the same,
from off.
same, yeah.
Because when you said the Halifax music scene, I thought you meant Acapulco.
No, no. There were one club in Halifax that played good music, and that was the Tube, and that was the first club I ever had a residency at. I used to go there a lot every weekend. I was in there, like part of the furniture. My best friends used to play there. Ben used to play there. My mate Jamie Askew. And we all just sort of used to go there, and that was my first residency. I used to play funky house, pretty much what I'm playing on the streams now. It's so, and that's just shows you how much music comes around in circles, and yeah, I've always been a funky house and classics DJ. Always. You obviously on the journey from starting out to now, I've played different music. You'll know, obviously, I played, you know, electro and a bit of other stuff. But at heart, that is my music. So what I'm playing on these streams is me, and that is nice to do. You know, I'm not trying to pretend that I'm something else. You know, I'm not playing a style of music to try and be cool. I'm playing what I love. So that's been quite refreshing to have that response, really.
Has anyone asked you for like old school Phil set? Would you be open to it, like a one-off?
No. There was a message, actually, yes, there was a group message on Facebook, which I was included in, with talk of doing an old electro filth set, but it's not for me anymore. That music's not for me. It's not got any soul, it's not got any feeling, it's not got any meaning, it's just noise now. At the time when it first came out, we were all like, oh yeah, this music's sick, oh look at this, it's that wobbly bass line. You listen to it back now and it's like, what the heck is that music? It sounds horrific. Like, it's not aged well, has it?
There's still some timeless, but I know what you mean. But there's still some timeless, but I wonder
maybe a couple. I'll give you that.
The shortest live stream ever.
But most of it is, oh god, yeah. I listen back and I just think, yeah, it's not for me anymore.
But if you think of the memories, though, I remember seeing you play at the Seal Pit in a Fair.
Oh god, the memories from the music are amazing. You know, back then that music for me was great. It gave me a residency for Filth, Mint Club and surrounding areas, and it were really that time that got me in the door in Leeds and got me to be able to make a name for myself on the Leeds scene. So yeah, I'm grateful for the opportunity it gave me, but yeah, I listen back to the music now and I just, yeah, it's not for me anymore. It's not for me. I've outgrown it, should I say.
Fair play. But the thing is, though, the music, coming back to what you are playing, it is timeless.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of it is down to the vocals. You do say that things go like cyclically, and I do think it does go in cycles, because when we were sort of coming through and it was funky house, like that's all it was. It was just predominantly funky house.
Yeah.
And then a bit of minimal came, but he didn't really go minimal. And then he went wonky were about, and you know, like we called it at Stuart New School jacking house, and these different terms, and
fidget.
Yeah, and then obviously fidget and wonky and all these different terms, but you always knew at back of your head, like funky would come back. Like, and I wonder if, like, do you ever delve into disco? Do you
I play loads of it. I'm just about to say, I think anything with any sort of feeling, any vibe, any meaning to it will eventually come back round. Like all the disco house stuff. I was playing loads of it before this, and in fact I played some on the streams as well. Actually, more like the new disco stuff. So like the disco infused funky house sort of stuff. And I was playing I've got loads of it. I've got a folder full of absolute belters, and that's the sort of stuff I'm going to continue to play. You know, going forward, because disco's come back massively, which is amazing to see. And again, it's just good. It's just good music. It's good quality music. And things with funky house, it's never reached that sort of massive height of success for it to then go away and sort of disappear into the background. Funky House has always been there. It's just never hit that sort of mainstream success that maybe perhaps some other genres have, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love it. I could play Funky House and classics every day for 10 hours and not get bored of it. It's just proper good stuff in it.
Completely, mate, completely. And do you feel like when everything resumes, you'd be doing a lot more family oriented, maybe in the daytime sort of sense? Because you can see why they are dancing with the families. Like if some of the wonk was like, you couldn't see as many like little ones maybe dancing to it, but you can definitely see Funky House having that. And you did say it's all different ages. So
I'm going to do it actually. Who just put Funky Essential? Kiss the Funk. Funky Essential was at Mint Club. It was originally the back room at Sunday Essential.
Yeah.
When it was at Evolution, and then it went to Mint Club. And then it turned into Kiss the Funk. That Funk Essential, what a night. That's one of the nights that I used to go to before I started DJing. And yeah, good memories from that. I couldn't see who said Funk Essential. But
Ian_M78.
Oh, that's Matthew, man. Ian, is that you? It's one of my pals. Right, well, yeah, so there we go. But yeah, so going on to the family raves, I am going to do it. I've already announced it. I've already told the Our House followers on Facebook that when this is over, we're going to have a big reunion for everybody, adults. I'm not sure where or when at this moment in time. It's just impossible to plan. But then I'm going to do some family stuff.
Would you still like to keep it at Mint Warehouse?
Yeah, it's the best club in Leeds for me. It's the best club in Leeds, especially with the refurb now. It's just... It's in fact, what day is it today? I was supposed to be at Mint Club this Saturday, actually. Mint Warehouse. I was supposed to be at Mint Warehouse this Saturday for Our House, which is obviously sad. But no, I mean, Mint Warehouse is definitely for me the best club in Leeds, without a shadow of a doubt. And that's where I can see the family raves as well, actually, because it's got that disco light with now they've reinstalled that ceiling light. So I want to do like family raves. I mean, there's already family raves out there, and I know, but I think it would be absolutely fantastic to be able to get all these kids coming in and dancing away with the families. Just it's ace to see. Like, you never expect it. Because we were featured on the news, and I had to collate a load of videos of people to send to the news guys, and 80% of them were all kids aged from like 3 to 12, or just all absolutely loving it, like proper going for it. And I keep saying on the streams, you know, this is a great time to educate your kids to listen to this music, because it's them that are going to carry this music on into the future. So get them to
creating its legacy.
Get them to listen to Funky House. But yeah, I think these family raves will be a good bit of fun as well, I think. So, and I can bring my son. I was going to say,
Leo. What's your son feeling to live streams and that?
Well, he's 5, so he gets it to a certain degree. He did a bit of a cameo on the news piece on the Look Now show. I don't think he really understands, but but I think he's looking forward to going back to school, so his pals can say, "Oh, I've seen you on TV." He keeps saying that. He goes, "Oh, I wonder if any of my school friends saw me on TV, Dad." And I'm like, "Oh, they will have done." So yeah.
So when you look to continue doing the streaming, are you going to keep it on Facebook, or is it tricky on Facebook because of the copyright and stuff?
I'll give you a world exclusive.
Yes, I knew there was an exclusive coming at some point. That's what I was digging. I was scavenging. Here it is. Yes, Dale.
Yeah. So, all joking aside, Facebook is not sustainable to do what we're doing. It's getting worse and worse. Over the past few weeks, I've been getting been getting warnings, emails saying that my account's going to be shut down. Not just me, but pretty much every DJ that have been live streaming via Facebook. Some of my pals have been banned from posting, and that's simply because when we don't have the relevant PRS license to be able to do that. We're not allowed to stream that music via Facebook. We don't have the rights to do it. And as much of an amazing platform Facebook's been to get the momentum going, to raise all the money for charity, and just to get that sort of get those numbers, it's been amazing. But eventually, you know, it's going to lead to me being banned from Facebook and having nowhere else. Now, I'm announcing tonight. So after this interview with you, I'm jumping on the decks and I'm going to do a Ibiza Trance Classic set, which is just because I want to, I can, and I love it. And that's, in fact, going back to streaming, that's the beauty of streaming. Like, I love all sorts of different music. If I were to rock up to a Fiverr and start playing an Ibiza Trance Classic set in there, everyone would be like, what the hell? What's he playing in here? But with the streams, you can just announce what you're going to be playing, jump on and do it. So yeah, so after this, I'm going to do like a Kevin and Perry style Ibiza Classic set, and then leading up to 7 o'clock, I am going to be announcing that I'm joining a exclusive purpose-built platform called Home Rave, which is launching this Saturday with a handful of very, very good DJs, which you'll know. I can't tell you who it is, obviously, at this moment in time. I can't tell you who's coming on board, but it's a purpose-built platform. All the PRS licenses have been paid, all the relevant, you know, T's have been crossed and I's dots and stuff. So I'm really excited because what this is going to allow me and the other guys to do is to continue to stream, but not have to worry about constantly being taken down. As I say, like, it's hard enough as it is trying to read the comments and do your music without looking at the Facebook going, flashing, stop playing this music or we will take you down, you know. So it's really exciting. It's really exciting. And there'll be more information about it tonight from 7 o'clock. I've done a little video just explaining what's going on and how you can get involved. And but yeah, it is the future of streaming. There are other platforms that a few people have mentioned on. I've seen a few comments.
Yeah, Twitch and a few others.
Twitch is a gaming platform. It's not designed for music. It's not designed for that particular purpose. I think some people can get away with streaming without being taken down, but the next day it mutes the videos because it
Right.
then like the algorithms will pick up the music, and so that's not really a viable option. And then Mixcloud have been doing it as well, but again, it's not quite there yet. And with this platform that we're joining, it's purpose built, so it is specifically built for DJs to stream on, and it's got the chat function, so you can still interact, because that, for me, with the streaming, one of the most important things is the chat, is that interaction. Then those people there commenting, giving you shout outs, all that. That's, for me, that is so important, because that's what makes the atmosphere. It's what gets everybody involved. So it's got that function too. So yeah, it's really exciting, really exciting. As I say, it's called Home Rave, and there's all of us, everybody who's on the platform, are announcing tonight at 7 o'clock that we're all moving over there and how to get involved.
Will you all have your own individual slots on there? Because I know one of the things that has been brought up is that when you're in time, it can feel like a bit of a festival where you don't know which one to see. So is it going to be a bit more scheduled now?
I think it will be. I mean, I'm not sure exactly what the other guys' plans are. I mean, I'm going to continue to do what I'm doing with the Friday and Saturday show. So I'm going to continue to do my 5 till 8 slot, Friday to Saturday. I love it. I think it's a brilliant slot. It's a brilliant time. Like I said before, you get people doing all sorts. You get people cooking the tea, we'll be on in the background. You get people that are on it proper, like at 5 o'clock. You get people that are just chilling, like, you know, they'll be in the gardening or whatever, and I'll be on in the background. So that time for me is really, really good. I love it. I think it's a brilliant time. So I'm going to continue on that slot. I'm not sure. I don't think there's anyone else that's going to be doing that same time. So yeah, I think it would work out. Like you say, like a little bit more structured than what it is at the moment on Facebook, where everyone's sort of live all together. But there is only a select few of us that are moving over at the moment.
It seems like Facebook have proper dropped the ball there, and that's another thing that has really shown out of this lockdown situation, is the way that people have been proactive and adapting to be sustainable in this way, and the skills that people are actually willing to learn to survive, basically, and stay above water. That's a lot of the bottom line of it as well.
I am surprised that they've not. But the thing is, it's not Facebook. It's,
I guess it's the PRS, but if Facebook were to just go, right, you want to do live streams, you pay X amount a month.
Oh, they could pay for the license
easily,
like that.
easily.
I mean, the amount of money that they've got, it's not like Zuckerberg's short
easily
£1 is it?
Easily.
So like he's looking at the bank balance, going, wonder if we can afford that PRS license. You know, it could easily do it. Why they haven't done it, I don't know. But like I say, Facebook has been an amazing platform to get this, you know, get this up and running, to reach out to so many people. You know, some people might not want to continue to follow us after we leave Facebook, and that's fair enough. But yeah, it's not sustainable on there if we want to continue, and it's a shame, really. It is a shame, but they're obviously not interested, are they? They're not interested in keeping us on there.
Well, people are obviously there via the platform, but they're there for you and for everyone else they're tuning in for. They're not just there because it is Facebook, essentially. I know the automatic, like, activation notice of someone's going live or someone's going live, that does play a massive part, but
yeah,
surely there's still the fact that while you are live, you can still tell people on Facebook that you're live, so that'll counter that and stream through that. So yeah, I just think that people are there for you, and you've built that trust and solid fan base, so it should be a bit less headache for you anyway. Having to, like,
exciting, yeah, because I can get on with doing the stream without any worries of. It's like you doing this now and constantly looking over your shoulder, thinking, "Am I going to get taken down?"
It's mad,
because I'm talking, you know, whatever, you know, you're constantly like this, thinking, is it still on? Am I still going? Or, you know, got another warning. I better. And then what you have to do at the moment is to try and fool the algorithms on Facebook. You speed up the track, and slow it down. So sometimes I'm like this, but speeding the track up, slowing it down, it just sounds a bit.
Is that all the way through the song as well?
I have to announce it. I have to say, guys, I'm sorry that the track's going a little bit up and down here, but I have to try and fool Facebook because they use the same software as Shazam. So how Shazam, how Facebook pick up on the music is they use the same software as Shazam. If you change the pitch of the record, it will change the key. And that sometimes, not always, but sometimes fools the Facebook police. But it's still an absolute pain in the backside.
It's a proper blag. It's a proper blag. I love the person who would have come up with that. Can you imagine all the different things that they would have tried before that one, before settling on that? It's crazy.
So yeah.
I connected with a DJ out in New York, and we had a chat. A guy called David Kiss, proper cool guy. He's a resident and also a booker at House of Yes, which is, well, Defected described it as the modern Studio 54. So a real cool club. And I actually got onto them because they do live streams via here, but they also do it via Zoom. So they use, I think it's MixLR as the music platform, but they still go through like OBS and everything how you'd set up a stream. But then the music would come through the MixLR for the Zoom listeners. So could you? I know it's like a real bad formula. I'm trying. It's like I'm trying to pronounce Elon Musk's new kid's name. Topical banter. But no, my point being is,
I think I got lost on first step. I think
that's why it's loose lips, because normally it's a locked jaw. But that was a long-winded way of just saying, do you think that you could do a Zoom still with a new platform, but what Zoom would give you is you can see people actually dancing at the same time?
Oh, right, I'm following you. That's a little bit over my head, that, mate. I must admit, I'm a bit of a basic, you know what, when it comes to technology and stuff. I mean, maybe so, but you know what? I think as long as I can see people there interacting via the text chat room, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
Just to know people are there, just to know people are enjoying the music, just to know people are sort of having a good time. So I don't need to see them. And you just get used to that anyway. You just get used to, you know, staring at this wall of Transformers posters, and you almost forget where you are and what you're doing when in these streams. It's a very strange experience when you're there and you've got these people watching, and you can see how many's watching. The comments are coming up. It's a very surreal experience. Even though you're there on your own, because essentially you are on your own. You're there. I'm stood in my bedroom. I'm stood in Leo's bedroom, dancing around like an absolute tool on my own. But I'm not on my own because I've got all these people with me, and it's just a very strange but amazing thing. It is amazing, I must admit.
Can you feel the energy? Can you feel the energy?
Mate, I said this on. I think it was when we did the charity thing. So, like, I'm not bothered about the numbers. It doesn't matter whether I've got 5,000 or 50 people watching, as long as everyone's having a good time and people are there for the music and the good, happy people with positive input. Then it doesn't matter to me how many people are there or not. What I did initially when I started the streams off and the numbers were growing and growing, because I knew I was going to do the charity thing on this particular day, I was pushing to get numbers higher and higher and higher. So I was like trying to get to a certain amount of viewers at once, and I was like getting everyone involved, and it was really exciting actually. So one show, I think we got to 3.2 thousand at any given time watching, and then I challenged everyone to get to 4. We managed to hit that the week after, and then on the charity one, which is one that mattered, I challenged everyone to get to 5, and we hit that. And it was such a weird feeling where, like, the vibes were radiating through the iPad. Like, I can't even explain it. I just felt like, I can't even put it into words really. I felt the love and the positivity from people on the internet coming through an iPad, and it was like the weirdest thing ever. Just to have all, I mean, as I said, the reason why I was pushing the numbers was purely to raise as much money as I could for Overgate, and just that feeling of all these people there willing, because what happened was they were all willing me to get to this number that I'd set them this target for, and everyone was like commenting, going, "Yes, I'm buzzing! I'm so excited!" and everyone was just involved. It was just, I can't even put it into words how good it was. It was just, honestly, just such a strange experience. But that just shows you how powerful, like, music is, and how amazing people can be. Really, it's just, honestly, I could feel it through the iPad somehow, in this weird other world that we find ourselves in
the Matrix.
In the
Matrix.
God knows what. I could literally feel it through the pad. Yeah, just a very strange experience. But at the same time, it's something that I'll never forget. And I did say that afterwards. After I came off after I'd finished the set, which we did for the charity thing, I said I'll never forget this night for as long as I live, and I won't, because I've played some fantastic gigs in the 15 years that I've been DJing, but I have to say that that charity gig where we raised all that money, it has to be up there with probably the best gig I've ever played. And I was playing on my own to two sloths, two stuffed sloths, and a wall of Transformers wall of Transformers posters. How do you explain that?
I love that.
Explain that?
I love that. And I definitely feel like the energy was felt through. I'm on that vibe anyway, but you can definitely feel it. And especially when everyone's like rooting for you. And that's another thing is, I always find, like, even with your statuses on Facebook, you've got a real good way of like interacting with people. People are always willing to like spend time on your statuses and come back through. So you just got that air about you, really, where people are, you're very engaging as a person, and people always feel like, you draw them in.
I've tried to reply to everybody, and I've never had this volume of messages before. It's just been a bit crazy. Through the Our House page has had so much traffic, and the same on my personal, my DJ page. And I tried to reply to every single person, and I've not been able to do it recently because there's just honestly there's so many messages coming through, and I feel bad for doing that because I want to try and reply to everybody to show, you know, that I'm great. I'm really grateful for everyone's support and for people, because a lot of the time the messages that I'm getting through are really, really lovely from people saying that, you know, they've taken comfort from the music. I'm helping with the mental health by doing these streams, and just basically just people just being just saying really beautiful things, and it's been like honestly, it's just been a really weird, amazing 2 months of my life where I've never felt anything like it before, and that's just it sounds weird to say it, doesn't it? But that's how it is. That's how it's been. It's been a very touching, amazing time, and that's why, as I say, I want to continue to do these streams because they've just been such an amazing thing. And not, you know, and I can genuinely see people still wanting to do them. Still wanting to watch them once lockdown's over. You know,
almost like a podcast.
Say that again.
Almost like a podcast. Almost like, you know, your popular podcast, like your popular live streams.
Yeah, I mean, with the live streams as well, on just like on Facebook, it saves them and people can rewatch them afterwards, and it'll be the same on this new platform that we're moving to. But yeah, it is almost like that. But I think as I think people will still use them, because I mean, everyone seems to think that people are just going to fly out of the blocks when you're allowed out. I'm not sure. Number one, I'm not sure when we're going to be allowed out in clubs. Personally, in my mind, I've got in my head, and I have had this in my head for best part of 7 weeks now. I think we won't be back out until after Christmas in the clubs. I don't think they'll allow us back out. That's my personal thoughts. Same with bars, I think, really, because you can't social distance in fibre, can you? You imagine them. You'd only be allowed 20 people in there at once. It just wouldn't work. Just wouldn't work. So for me, I believe that this lockdown will ease up in time, but clubbing will be the last thing that is allowed back to normal. So yeah, that's why I want to continue to do it, and you know, hopefully people will still tune in, and even when lockdown's finished, people hopefully will still watch because I'm going to do them, and I just love it. It's just I just can't explain how good it's been. It's just been ace.
Bless you. Bless your heart, man. And then, you know, your compilations that you've been releasing, is that recordings of the live streams as well, or fresh mixes?
No, I've just been doing some mixing just to put a bit of content out there, really, for people to get involved with. I get asked all the time for people asking me for mixes and stuff. So I just thought I'd just get involved and put a few mixes out, and they've been received really well. So it just helps keep the wolf on the door, so to speak, at the moment, with given the fact that obviously there's no pennies rolling in. So yeah, you just got to do what you got to do, keep yourself afloat, aren't you, at the moment? So
do you want to let people know where they can find them?
Yeah, so I mean, I've got a new volume coming out in a couple of weeks' time. But volume 1, if you've not bought it already, is at ourhouseevents.co.uk, and there's a double MP3 mix. There's 2 mixes you can download, or a double CD pack as well. So if you would like your copy, head there. And there's another one coming out in a couple of weeks' time, because the first one sold really well. So hopefully people will buy the second one as well. So
perfect, brother. Well, I wanted to connect, and it's been a right sick chat, mate. Honestly, it has, and I can see you absolutely beaming.
That's gone fast, hasn't it?
I know. That's what we do. It just proper flies, mate. Proper flies.
10 minutes in.
But no, you're proper beaming, and it's good to see, mate. You are, like, you're putting a lot into this, and I'm glad that it's been received, because it's proper. It really is, and I'm looking forward to. Oh, go on.
If I want to be absolutely honest with you, before this came about, before the lockdown came, I wasn't 100% sure. I wasn't 100% sure I wanted to carry on DJing in the future. I was having thoughts of whether I should carry on. Got a little bit sort of repetitive. I wasn't feeling it as much, and I got to the stage where I thought, can I see myself doing it for much longer? And I wasn't sure, to be honest. This whole thing has breathed this whole new life into me, and I've fallen in love with music all over again, and I buzz for it. I'm buzzing for tonight. Like, I'm to say, for those that have just tuned in, I'm going live on Facebook via Our House Events, and I'm going to do I'm going to do an Ibiza Classics trance, Kevin and Perry style Ibiza set, which I just can't wait for. Like, I'm buzzing, genuinely buzzing. So yeah, it's just been an amazing experience. So I'm just really grateful for it all, really.
What a gent. Bless your heart, mate. Bless your heart. And I'm sure when the announcement's made at 7, everybody will be jumping over to that as well.
Sam, mate. Well, thank you very much. I genuinely can't believe it's 5 o'clock. About 4:15.
Mate, I'll send you this once it's done, so get it shared and that. But you stay cool, and good luck with everything, man. Bless you.
Nice one, brother. See you later. Thanks, guys.
Take it easy, bye.
See you later, bud.
Massive respect for everybody who got involved with all your comments there. Sorry if I wasn't able to read any out or involve them in the conversation. But yeah, Dale's just absolutely doing incredible, tremendous stuff during this time, raising the spirits, and that's what it's about. So if you're new to this, I'm Ben Random. This is Loose Lips. It's a chat show designed around uplifting spirits of people coming into contact by watching it, by engaging with people from all different walks of life across the globe. So if you want to see our back catalogue, you can go onto YouTube and put in Pop Cult Chic, or likewise you can go on Instagram and put in pop.cult.chic. I've got another 2 interviews coming up, one in literally a minute, and then after that another interview at 7. So make sure you come back and join me for the rest of my chats. Peace and light to you all.